I would like to ask Tabrez here. Can you please explain us what are the key obligations of a data fiduciary?
To start with, Sandhya, we have to understand this law that has come into force now is a law that relates to the new era, new market, new economy. The entire paradigm of the business transaction has been digitalized. Therefore, all data which was prevalent or existing in form of paper has come into a virtual form. Now, in order to understand the entire implications of it, there are two important constituents of it. One is the data fiduciary, and another one is the data principal. As the name suggests, data fiduciary. Data fiduciary is the person who in a trust is going to hold data of a data principal, who is the owner of a data. For example, if I am the owner of a data, I have gone with some insurance company or health insurance company that I wish to procure a health insurance from you. And this is my medical history. So I am the data principal giving it to data fiduciary, who is going to process that information. So these are the two important constituents in the entire segment of the act. Now, what the question that you have posed to me becomes relevant in this background is this, that this data fiduciary is the one who's going to hold this information in a trust. Therefore, it's become very important for it to process the data in a manner that first, it is the data which is required to be processed. For example, what data they've collected is relevant for health insurance, they should process that relevant information only. And while they take my consent, they should take consent in a very specific manner, unambiguous manner. So I'm aware of it. And while taking my consent under the act, they have to provide the similar easy mechanism to withdraw it also. So that is another important milestone, or the important character of the act, where it has been simplified the manner in which I can withdraw my consent. Thirdly, there is also additional obligation on the data fiduciary to provide a mechanism, a safeguard to protect the personal data from any potential breach. So under this obligation, if a cyber attack or a security breach takes place, it's an obligation of the data fiduciary to protect it. And in the event of that breach, it also has an obligation to notify me, also the regulatory authorities, such as the board, which has been constituted under the act, that this breach has happened, and to provide what is the nature of breach that has taken place. In addition to that, they have an obligation to provide a consent manager, which is a point person for a data principal to contact and understand that what are the problems it might have, and to provide a regressive mechanism for it. In addition to that, they also have an obligation similar to that we have under right to information. I have a right to access. I can go ask them what are the information that you have collected and which are the people with whom your information shared. So these are the right to access also being provided to me, and that becomes an obligation of the data fiduciary. So this is the broad spectrum of the contours of the obligation that a data fiduciary has to follow under the Act, and that has been crystallized under Section 8 of the Act.